My journey to reaching this MS diagnosis was confusing, very frustrating, and it took a very long time. The symptoms started around 2011, going through different doctors, a lot of misdiagnosis, my weight, diabetes, sciatica, energy drinks of all things. Year 7 or 8, the neurologist recommended for me to get MRIs on my brain.
When I think back to when I was diagnosed, being a new mom, it became no longer about me, but about how my kid was going to be affected by this. I could no longer be the mom that I always dreamed of because my body wasn't going to let me.
I am fearless, I'm driven, I'm passionate. It's a little ironic that my MS is as aggressive as I am.
In the beginning, I had relapsing remitting MS. Now it's primary progressive MS. It's not something you could sleep off. The next day you wake up, it's still there.
The MRI came back with finding lesions on my brain. I immediately started Googling every question known to man. What is MS?
Is there a cure for MS?
Will I go blind?
Will I be able to
Does it affect your memory?
Does MS change your personality?
Black and white answers, downward spiral of what my life was going to become.
I picture myself just being in this place and everything being out of reach. The MS is getting worse. The anxiety is getting harder to deal with, and I'm still just stuck in this little body.
It's comparable to a house where the plumbing would stop working. The lights blink and everything's crooked. The yard would be very overgrown. Things aren't working as they should.
I struggle with tremors, double vision, brain fog, and chronic pain. It's this stabbing feeling of these jagged edges just coursing through your entire body. One morning, I woke up, tried to move my leg. It wouldn't move. My thoughts were, is this going to be for the rest of my life? That the inevitable was finally happening to me. And then my leg started to tingle. I'd never been more grateful to be in pain again.
It takes so much away from even being present in a moment. I picture myself not being able to go on a walk with my kids, not being able to take the dogs out. You can't enjoy the present because you're so scared of the future.
My 3-year-old granddaughter thinks she's my caretaker. She says, "Here, Grandpa, I'll walk with you." She walks a little too fast sometimes, but we get there.
When you're left on your own to find answers for something that nobody could really give you answers on, it was very overwhelming. That went on for a good period of time until I was able to sit with my MS specialist to get those resources that I should have been getting all along.
I'm so hard on myself and my new normal. We just have to remind ourselves that we are warriors.
Talking with others, resources and support groups, I found that to be tremendously helpful.
They help you kind of keep all the pieces together, even if you can't do it yourself.
If my grandkids never have to go through this, that would be a godsend.
When you hear about a cure, it brings that hope back. If no one would have to ever experience this, it would just change the world.
A cure would mean to my kids that they get their mom back. I could be the biggest one in the room.
And people would be saying, "Hey, remember MS? You know what that is?" They Google it. Until then, don't stop doing what you normally do. I have MS. MS doesn't have me.
All right, welcome to MS Got Talent. My name is Jillian Escoto, and I am so happy to be with you all today. We are so excited that this is happening, and you are here to see some incredible, amazing, talented performers with some incredible stories. Everyone performing today either has MS or has a connection or a loved one who suffers from MS. I was diagnosed in 2008 with relapsing remitting MS. And I am very, very happy to have the National MS Society on our side, who is why we're here today, why we're raising money to hopefully one day find a cure for MS. So before we start bringing out all of these talented performers, I want to give a very special shout out to Carly and Chloe and Danga, who have just really created such a fun way for us all to come together and to show that MS can't stop us. And then everybody behind the scenes, like Carly and Brandon, just making today possible. So thank you for being here. And we are just all here with the same goal today, is to raise money and to help those affected by MS. So the MS Society, their vision is to have a world free of multiple sclerosis. And I know a lot of us would like to live in that world. So their mission is that people affected by MS can live their best lives. And today, we're really going to show you how MS can't stop us. You're going to see a lot of amazing performances. So how can you, watching at home or on your phones, how can you help? First of all, just by being here and supporting everybody who's performing and supporting those in your life who are affected by MS, that's a great start. So thank you for that. The other reason we're here is to raise some money and to raise awareness for multiple sclerosis. So no donation is too small. Every dollar counts. And your donations have paved the way for all of the nearly 20 treatment options available today, none of which existed just 30 years ago. And your donations have brought the world together to set standards for diagnosing MS quickly and accurately, and to crystallize the distinction between relapsing, remitting, and then also progressive MS. Your donations have funded over 1,000 early career researchers who have been behind nearly every major breakthrough and treatment. And your donations have built a network of resources and events like this that help people affected by MS live a less isolated life. They can be more informed about the disease and they can be happier. I know when I was first diagnosed, I did not know anyone with multiple sclerosis, and I had so many questions. I had no idea what this disease even was. So the National MS Society was there to connect me with people who had been diagnosed, to connect me with the right neurologist who could help treat me and help me feel better long term. And whether one person is newly diagnosed and they're able to find an education program that they need online, or it's the nearly 50,000 people benefiting from the in-depth personalized support of MS navigators. And that's just a couple of things that the MS Society does. So every donation counts. We thank you all for being here. We thank you for your donations, and we thank you for your support. So let's start with all of the talent. First up, we have Thomas Nicholas. Thomas Nicholas Band is currently writing original songs for their 7th studio album in collaboration with artists like Jared Reddick from Bowling for Soup, Ace Enders from the Early November, Tom Higginson from Plain White Tees, AJ Popoff from Lit, and so many more. In 2022, TMB released the single 1999 featuring Bowling for Soup, which was a parody version of 1985. And over the last 10 years, TMB has played over 800 concerts in 12 countries, from huge festivals to solo acoustic shows in intimate clubs, and then also private charity fundraisers. So Thomas Nicholas is the frontman of that band, and he is a hybrid of Dave Grohl meets Bruce Springsteen, and his live performance is so much fun to watch that people always come back to see another concert. Now, when you see Thomas pop up on your screen, you're going to recognize him because he is most known from his roles in American Pie and Rookie of the Year. And Thomas is still acting and producing full-time. His recent featured film called Adverse was released in theaters in 2021 by Lionsgate, where he plays opposite Mickey Rourke, Lou Diamond Phillips, Penelope Ann Miller, and Sean Astin. The film received high praise from critics and audiences, and currently, Thomas is in post production on a comedy TV series that he executive produced and starred in alongside Tom Arnold, Mark Pellegrino, and David Koechner. And we will be able to watch that and enjoy that this summer. So please welcome our first performer, Thomas Nicholas.
Hello, thank you, Jillian. I'm so happy to be here again, supporting the MS Society in any way possible. I played the MS Got Talent last year, and so very excited to be back again this year. I know that we were talking right before we went live about my connection to MS, and one of the reasons that I even play music is because of my cousin who was diagnosed with MS. This is a long, long time ago, but he inspired me and we wrote songs together. And so even though I'm working on my 7th album, I'm going to play the title track from my 3rd album that I wrote for him in memory of him. And there's not a day that goes by I don't think about him, and he changed the course of my life forever because obviously music is a big part of what I do now. So again, I'm so happy to be here, so happy to be raising awareness about MS and raising money for the cause today. So thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you for having me here. This is the title track off my 3rd album. It's called Heroes Are Human. For my story, though I may never find the words, I am the footsteps in your shadow. I want the world to know that heroes are human, despite what you believe. You are my hero, and everything to me, it's all about you in my life. You never wanted all the glory. You always gave it to someone else. But I remember what you did for me. And now the world know that heroes are human, despite what you believe. You are my hero, and everything to me, it's all about you in my life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. Again, I will come back and do anything to help support and raise awareness for the MS Society. And I'm so thankful to be able to do that for you today. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so much, Thomas. That was so good. I actually got to see him perform at the Dinner of Champions, and just the way he honors his cousin and the way that he is just inspired to do music. It's so wonderful. So thank you, Thomas. Up next, we've got Noah Henderson. He is a Los Angeles-based artist who creates work in photography, poetry, and dance. And he is an alumni of CADC, Culture Shock LA, and a member of KinJazz. He's excited to be back for this year's MS Got Talent show to support his good friend, DJ Danga Dang, and help spread love to all of the inspiring MS warriors out there. So here is Noah Henderson.
Take my hand and see where we could go. Will you take the lead? Leave the fear behind and let me know now. Walk with me, lead me to the light.
My name is Emily, and I live with MS. On a good day, I am walking fine. I can do just about everything I want to do. My dad's doing pretty well. He's still walking, he still works full time.
With my new infusion, I am having more better days than bad days.
My knees feel good. I can actually feel all 10 of my toes.
I haven't had any symptoms or episodes in a long time. I think the rate at which we're finding discoveries in MS is pretty astounding.
A generation or two ago, people had no treatment options to turn to. The medications have really changed the course.
When Jean was diagnosed, she had been an avid cyclist, biking 40 miles every single morning.
People call me Dash. That's my nickname, because how I move rather quickly.
Altogether, I served for about 12 years, from 1991 to 2003.
Married to the person of my dreams, feeling really stable. And then everything just got ripped out.
Within a couple of years of her diagnosis, she was wheelchair bound, and just a few years later, she was bed-bound quadriplegic.
The doctors told me they weren't sure if I'd be able to walk without a walker or walk anymore.
I couldn't run. It would just mess with me in my mind, like Dash couldn't run.
My mom also had MS. I can only hope that when it comes to my MS, that it does not impact me as much as it did her.
You cry because you mourn your former self.
I'm thinking about my body holding up every day for the rest of my life. And that sucks. That really sucks.
But we're resilient. We always have been. All these drugs that we have to slow down the progression of the disease is great, but what I would like to see in my lifetime is an actual cure.
We've really come a far way in such a short amount of time.
If we continue doing what we're doing, raising more money, supporting more research, we will find a cure.
Talk to us, reach out to us, listen, because the only way we can find a cure is with help from everybody.
We have to go on offense. We have to change the course of this.
And I don't think that's a lot to ask.
There's a lot more that we can do.
Well, I appreciate everybody's attention, and I want to thank you so much for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks guys so much for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Whew. Those videos, they always get me, and what I love about that one is how it ends when
One more time, it's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. One more time, it's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and be alive. I can feel my face when I'm with you. I love it, I love it. Oh, I can feel my face when I'm with you. I love it. I love it. For a free ride, I only asked you to show me a real good time. I never asked for the rainfall. At least I showed up. You showed me nothing at all. It's coming down on me, harder like misery. It's coming down on me.
This is DJ Ding a Ding. Thank you so much for vibing with me today. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Peace.
Rain on me.
That was so fun. I don't know which decade was my favorite. I loved all of those. So thank you, Denga. Up next, we have Kenny Agbogun. He is a Nigerian artist who is currently in university studying mathematics and physics while creating art. His connection to MS was through a friend who has MS who linked him up to Chloe, who he says is a strong MS warrior who later became his extended family. So we are so happy to welcome Kenny to the show. Hi, Kenny.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you
Now,
very much.
Where are you right now?
I live in University in Nigeria, one of the best universities in Nigeria. Yeah. I pretty stay in one of the.
We're so
yeah,
happy.
I pretty.
I'm sorry we're just talking over each other. I'm so sorry. Say what you want to say.
Yeah. Actually, I live in one of the houses, not the hostel. One of the houses, because most of the houses in the school have been stayed by the professors. But I was pretty lucky to stay with one of the professors in his apartment. So.
Amazing. That's so great. Well, we're so happy to have you here. And can you tell us a little bit about the video that you're going to show?
Yeah. One thing about the video I'm going to be showing in this great event, because I'm already loving this event. I love it. Yeah. So one thing very spectacular about this video is the video actually, the compilation of the video actually showed my process, because just like I always say that art is benign. So it's a stage. It's like a continuous, it's like when you build something and over time, what you're trying to present does not really appear in the beginning or even in the middle, but then everything just pops up in the end of the everything. So that's what I mean by saying that art is benign. So I'm trying to one thing about my art is that I would say it's an experience. Yeah, because art really frustrates me. Yeah, because when I'm drawing, my process in this art thing has been a warfare, something like a warfare. I wouldn't say some kind of like tough, but I would say really frustrating, because when someone commits his art, its mind, his soul into something, and it does frustrate you, and you're like, so that's what that is to me.
Well, we're so happy you're here. Thank you for being here. And you are so talented. Everyone watching is going to be so blown away by Kenny's
Thank
talent.
you.
So here's his video.
We are a movement by and for people affected by multiple sclerosis.
Until we end this disease forever, we will do whatever it takes.
To accelerate breakthroughs.
We believe that we are stronger together.
That nobody should face MS alone.
We will be by your side every step of your journey.
From day one.
We'll be your partner through the challenges.
Sharing ideas and finding solutions.
We believe
that people live better lives
when they are understood and supported.
It's hard to hear.
But you look so good.
When you feel anything but.
Or to feel like MS is the only thing people see. We will be there for your loved ones so they can be there for you.
We'll shine a light on what it means to live with MS.
Till the rest of the world understands.
We believe that everyone deserves affordable medications.
A doctor who knows MS.
And a healthcare system that puts you first.
You should never have to choose
between paying your bills
and getting the care you need.
We will make sure your voice is heard loud
and clear.
We'll be your champion
from the halls of Congress
to City Hall.
We believe that you should be able to plan for the next 10 years.
Even the next 10 minutes.
Without MS getting in the way.
Complex problems take many solutions.
Coming together in just the right way.
We'll be there to help you piece it all together.
We'll work every day
so you can get what you want from life.
Even while living with this disease.
We believe that no one else should have to face the fear
and uncertainty
of an MS diagnosis.
And that those that have MS
should get back what they've lost.
Curing this disease takes a global effort.
We will fund the most
Promising leads
and gather the brightest minds
to find a cure
as fast as possible.
will be unrelenting
until the very
end.
We believe that we all have something to contribute.
Whether it's time,
Money,
connections,
Or sheer passion.
there is strength
in numbers.
We're calling on you to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
find your place in this movement.
We need you. We need you.
We need you.
Together, we will create a world free of MS.
Thank you to everyone who is watching, and thank you to everyone being here today as we raise money and raise awareness for multiple sclerosis and the National MS Society. Let's keep the talent coming. Up next, we've got Deb Robert. She is a bassist and noise artist who has spent the last 20 plus years performing shows and touring in bands. She recently released 2 albums with Pale Rider, the band, in San Francisco. And after she was diagnosed with MS in 2020, she started a solo act called Pill to Pill, which uses dark humor to highlight the realities of living with MS in our medical system. So here's Deb.
This is Pill to Pill. The song is Over the Counter on the Floor.
Yes, Deb, thank you. Thank you for that. Up next, we've got Chloe Cohen, aka DJ CC Boom, and she played the cello and the piano growing up. She started DJing in 1995, but the tables were put away to start college in 1996. She was then diagnosed with MS in 1998 and had a constant tremor in her left hand, which made playing the cello difficult. She decided to bring out the turntables again in 2000 and bring the music back into her life. She started a support group, MS Happy Hour, in Portland back in 2005, and it still meets monthly today. She also wrote a book about her MS story called Stronger Together, My MS Story, which can be found on Amazon. And she's also one of the amazing ladies behind today's show. So please help me welcome DJ CC Boom.
We're going to dance. We're going to dance. We're going to dance and have some fun.
Dig. Let me give you a plug, sweet lips, while I'm on the air. Now bend over my body and rub your fingers to my hair. Your mouth run like water, a very beautiful sight. Now put on my favorite group, they call themselves Delight.
The chills that you spill, all that to be filled with satisfaction when we're done. You won't belong to me, I let you down. I walk around and see your night skyline. I feel the light, but you don't want to stay. So long.
You just go down and check out the show. Yeah, they were dancing and singing and moving to the grooving. And just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music, right. Play that funky music, white boy. Lay down the boogie and play that funky music till you die."
Thank you, MS Society. Thank you for everybody who came out tonight, watched us perform. Thank you to all the warriors who keep on fighting the good fight. We're doing it together and it's happening, y'all. It's happening. Thanks to you guys. It's happening. I'm out.
MS does suck.
MS mucks with your central nervous system, almost everything about your body, your muscles, your organs, your ability to speak, your ability to understand, your ability to move, your ability to breathe, the things you feel, the things you taste, the things you smell, the things you hear.
I went through a very long stage of learning how to cope with it.
Always taking away. You never get anything back.
MS took everything from me, everything I thought was important, everything I valued.
I used to jump in a trampoline and swim with the kids and play baseball, football.
MS has affected me being a mom because I'm sorry.
Plan for the worst and hope for the best is kind of the way I'm looking at life.
Every day, I'm inspired by people with MS who say to me, "What can I do to help?" It's the entire community that enables the progress that has happened over the last 15 years.
I've heard repeatedly over the last few years, "You're so positive. You're so positive." I figure I'm still going to live my life. Occasionally, it slows me down a little bit, but it hasn't stopped me.
How do I want my daughters to look at me? They've seen the resilience of Dad. They've seen the strength in Dad, and that's what I want to portray.
Because MS is brutal. MS isn't fair. MS is harsh. But MS is also a great teacher.
I just don't want people to be isolated in their sorrow and instead kick ass.
I walk in a lot of gratitude to be able to see this beautiful world and to be able to dance and walk, to be able to. That's a major type of freedom. And it's a beast, but so am I.
Despite MS, I will keep riding my bike.
I will continue to live the life that my daughter expects me to live.
I will continue to be the strongest mom that I possibly can.
I won't let MS change who I am inside.
I will still dance with my husband.
And I'm going to stay being a father as long as they'll put up with me.
Multiple sclerosis may be a part of who you are, but it doesn't define you as a person.
I will never stop. I will never quit.
I'm going to keep being me.
My name is Kevin Byrne.
I'm Kim Feller.
My name is Chris Ramsey.
And I have multiple sclerosis.
Multiple sclerosis.
Multiple sclerosis.
Whew. That is what today and this show is all about, just showing everyone that we may have MS, but it's not going to stop us. We're still going to live our lives and hopefully be as positive as we can. So up next, we have Niles Flagg. He is a producer, a writer, director, editor, and finisher located in Los Angeles, California. He has been in the industry for 25 years. His work has ranged from commercials, documentaries, TV shows, to creating a virtual mall for a 3D shopping experience. His current work is working with AI. So please help me welcome Niles Flagg. Hey, Niles.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. Glad to be here. And
we're happy to have you. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us your connection to MS?
Well, through DJ CC Boom, through Chloe. So we've known each other for a very, very, very long time. So from her diagnosis until to today, basically.
And the thing I've noticed and got to know about Chloe is she's such a light and a wonderful person, and everybody that she has brought on today for the show and in the shows past, like, have that same light about them.
Most definitely.
So tell us a little bit about your video that you brought today.
So it's a little bit, I guess it's about AI and what's happening in the film industry with AI altogether. there's script writing, but people don't realize that the actual film work is also transforming through AI. So it's a little bit about that.
All right. Well, this is the video that Niles prepared. And thank you, Niles, for being a part of our show today.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Niles Flagg, and I'm a visual effects supervisor working in Los Angeles, California. A visual effects supervisor manages the pipeline. That includes the shoot and all the VFX artists that work in the process. So this talk about AI has everyone up and running around trying to figure out what they're going to do next. Well, in visual effects, we used to shoot on a green screen. Now we don't. AI has eliminated the green screen. This is the result of the exact same shot, where I captured my motion from my body and applied it to a CGI character, animated the character, and replaced myself in the shot. It's pretty clean, and the AI did that much faster than a human. Typically, these shots would take us roughly a couple of days. Green screens and whatnot, all the way to getting to the end piece. That's no longer the case. Here's a shot where I split myself so you can see. Clearly, that's my performance that the AI pulled out of the shot of a regular camera shot and applied it to a three-dimensional CGI character, and then placed it in 3 dimensions in the shot, which is just a 2D shot. It's crazy to me. Shadows and everything. So here's a shot I went downtown Los Angeles just to play with the software, the AI software, and shot some random people walking around doing different things. I wanted to see what happens when things cross over one another, and this was the result. We get glitches in the AI, but it still knows which character is which was amazing. Of the 3 characters, it still knows, and they all crisscrossed one another. Sure, there are a few glitches, but that's pretty interesting. Nothing that a little cleanup pass in 3D, what we usually do afterwards anyway, would take to clean up the shot. And here's a tri-split shot where you can see it captures the motion of the actor or the person and extracts it. And the AI software knows people from cars, from bicycles, from everything else. Not so great, but the AI worked. Here's another shot near Starbucks and the Apple Store and whatnot. And I wanted to do a panning shot, not necessarily with cars crossing, because I know it'll glitch there, but I just wanted to see if it would keep the characters in a moving camera shot. And sure enough, to my surprise, it worked really well. The characters' color, the color correction, the temperature, everything, it comes out beautifully. And especially what I mean for a first pass. And we can clean those up afterwards with a clean pass. So here's another split of that one. And you can see clearly it takes the performance from human anatomy and applies it to the CGI. Pretty incredible. A little glitchy there on his feet, but that's an easy cleanup as well. So you're going to have to embrace AI eventually.
That's so interesting, so cool, and we are all, I think, embracing it or trying to embrace it. Thank you, Niles, for that. So cool. Up next, we have Karen Huffman. She's been playing the piano since she was 6 years old. She runs a thriving piano studio near Portland, Oregon, and loves giving the gift of music to all of her beautiful students. She was diagnosed with relapsing remitting MS in early 2013 and has done her best to not let it get in the way of doing what she loves. So here's Karen. Yay, Karen. That was so beautiful. Amazing, amazing job. Up next, we have Mike Stofield. He played guitar for 33 years before he says he was hit hard with multiple sclerosis in 1996. Mike says, after I was diagnosed with MS, I tried playing for a few more years, but the numbness and tightness in my hands and fingers hindered my ability to play the way I used to. And I became so frustrated and discouraged that I gave up on the guitar altogether. Mike says, in 2016, I decided to give it another try, and I picked up my guitar. I tried using a slide, but that was too difficult, so I kept improvising to see what might work for me. I found that I was able to strum with my right hand and play open key chords with my left hand by using my thumb and forefinger. Both hands are about 50% numb. Mike says it's been an interesting journey, relearning how to play in a different way and finding my way around the obstacles that MS presented me with. Sometimes it's awkward and by no means perfect, but it's been fun and I've enjoyed playing and returning to my love of the guitar while writing lyrics and making music in spite of MS. So please help me welcome Mike Stofield.
Thank you, Jillian. I appreciate it. And big shout out to Chloe for inviting me to do this today. Anyway, this is how I play with one thumb or a thumb and one finger. And here it goes. You might think I'm crazy for doing what seems untenable. You might think I'm crazy for seeing the glass half full. You may take me down a notch or two, you see. If you admit you won't get the best of me, I feel duty bound to let you know where I stand. Well, as I find my way playing single in a country band, it may take me a moment to set my fingers free. If you admit that you won't get the best of me, if you admit you won't get the best of me. Here I stand, spilling all I had before you. We're sharing hopes and dreams and all you have to do. Just listen to the sounds, resolve my senses free. And know if you admit you won't get the best of me. Sitting in my chair, putting forth the latest story. We're sharing good and bad, trying never to steal the glory. Ideas switched apart, a tiny piece of me, with the soul of a tune that set my spirit free. Because if you admit you won't get the best of me. Yes, if you admit you won't get the best of me.
Yay! Thank you, Mike. We had rehearsals earlier this week, and I heard Mike play that for the first time, and that song has been stuck in my head ever since I heard it for the first time. So great, Mike. Thank you. And he was our last performer today. So a huge thank you to everyone who showed off their talents. Thomas, Noah, DJ Danga Dang, Kenny, DJ CC Boom, Deb, Niles, Karen, and Mike. Thank you so much for being so inspiring and showing off your incredible talents. A huge thank you to Brandon, who is backstage making everything run so smoothly, and Carly, too, helping with all the technical things. And to Tracy and Lisa at the National MS Society, thank you for supporting this show and for everything that you've done. And a huge, huge thank you to Chloe and Danga for putting on such an inspiring show and for having me back to host it this year. It's been so much fun. If you've been inspired and you want to donate or you want to find out how you can volunteer and help out, the National MS Society's website is nationalmssociety.org. You can find out all kinds of information there. And we have some really fun events coming up, like Dunk MS. That was created by former UCLA basketball player Blake Arnett. And Dunk MS is an annual fundraiser that features a pro dunk show by the world's top dunkers. And before the main event, there's a kids basketball clinic, there's raffle prizes, sponsor tables, a virtual silent auction, a wellness center, free food and entertainment, just so much fun for everyone to enjoy. And it just brings the multiple sclerosis and the basketball communities together for one common goal, which is finding a cure for multiple sclerosis. So Dunk MS 2023 is happening from noon to 3 p.m. on Saturday, May 20th at UCLA. And all of the information and tickets are at dunkms.com. And then also the Bike LA Coastal Challenge is happening June 24th and 25th. So lots of exciting things coming up. And again, it's nationalmssociety.org to donate and to find out more information. And thank you for watching. And thank you to all the performers. We'll see you next year.